let's talk about hairy frogs. This bad boy is a hairy frog. A frog of many other names and many horrifying characteristics. To start off, this is a breeding male. You can tell by the fact that it is covered in hair. Now, this isn't true hair. It is classified as being dermal papillae, which basically the hypothesis is that they function as extra gill space for the males during breeding to increase the surface area of which oxygen can dissolve through into the frog's body, thus just overall increasing the oxygen uptake, which is good for breeding season. Now, these lads are a species where the males actually do most of the parental care. They take care of the eggs until they have hatched into highly carnivorous tadpoles. These hairy frogs are native to a few areas in Africa, all the way from Cameroon down to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, to Gabon, and down to Angola. They're mostly terrestrial, but like pretty much all frog species, they do rely on aquatic habitats in order to breathe, and they also usually have to stay moist in order to do gas exchange. But the most horrifying thing about them is where they actually get two of their other names, the horror frogs and the wolverine frogs. Because as a defense mechanism, these frogs will actually break their own bones in their feet in order to make retractable DIY claws, and that is a very real, actual thing that happened. Now, this is the close-up of a retracted toe of one of the wolverine frogs. As you can see up here, this is the claw that has now extended and pierced through the skin of the toe pad. Up here, where that little black arrow is pointing to, that is part of the bone where these claws are normally supposed to be attached to. In times of stress, for example, when this frog needs a defense from a predator, it will break the connection between the claw and the kind of, I guess, holding bone, thus actually for real breaking its own bones. And then the claw will go through the skin out the toe and act as a extra defense. And they're actually quite sharp. Like, they are rather effective. Then, once the danger has passed, and we don't really know the exact mechanism of this as of yet, the claw will retract back in and somehow rejoin with that bone up there until they need to break that connection again in another time of duress. And while creepy and a little bit extra, it's obviously an effective strategy as these frogs are quite widely distributed, so I guess it's working for them.